update on top accolade news. The headlines: Japanese court orders dissolution of Unification Church. Trump threatens 25% tariff on countries purchasing Venezuelan oil and gas. Bank Indonesia intervened to defend Rupiah. Pakistan and Afghanistan agreed to boost trade and regional cooperation. In politics, Japanese court ordered the dissolution of Unification Church. A Japanese court has ordered the dissolution of the Unification Church, revoking its legal status and tax-exempt privileges in a significant ruling following the investigation into the 2022 assassination of former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. The Tokyo District Court upheld the government's request, citing the church's manipulative fundraising tactics and harmful influence on families. The church has the option to appeal the decision. The investigation into Abe's assassination revealed deep ties between the church and Japan's ruling Liberal Democratic Party, with the man accused of killing Abe blaming the church for his family's financial hardship. Unification Church is the first religious organization in Japan to face such a dissolution order under the country's civil code. Shifting focus to economy, Trump threatens 25% tariff on countries purchasing Venezuelan oil and gas. U.S. President Donald Trump has announced that starting April 2nd, any country purchasing oil and gas from Venezuela will face a 25% tariff on all trade with the United States. The move escalates Trump's pressure campaign against the Venezuelan government, which he accuses of contributing to migration to the U.S. Trump criticized Venezuela's government and cited concerns over human rights and criminality. The tariff, which targets countries like China, Brazil, and Spain, are part of Trump's broader maximum pressure strategy on Venezuela, seeking to limit its economic output. Critics wonder the tariff could increase costs for U.S. consumers and strain international relations. Still in economy, Bank Indonesia intervenes to defend Rupiah. Indonesia's central bank, Bank Indonesia, has stepped in to defend the weakening Rupiah, which has dropped to its lowest level in 25 years, a sign of growing concerns over politics, government spending, and capital flight. The Rupiah fell as much as to the edge, close to its 1998 Asian financial crisis low of 16,800 per dollar. Bank Indonesia intervened in the currency and bond market, as well as non-deliverable forwards to stabilize the currency. Factors driving the Rupiah's decline include global market uncertainties, including the ongoing trade war, as well as weak domestic fiscal health and investor concerns about the government's spending plans. While the Rupiah has rebounded slightly to 16,590, it has fallen 3% against the dollar this year. Analysts warn that the outlook remains uncertain as Indonesia faces pressure to balance fiscal policies and economic growth goals. Moving to international relations, Pakistan and Afghanistan agreed to boost trade and regional cooperation. Pakistan's Special Representative for Afghanistan, Mohammed Sadiq, has concluded a 3-day visit to Kabul, where he held talks with Islamic Emirate officials on a range of issues, including trade, security, and regional connectivity. The visit resulted in agreement to enhance bilateral relations with a joint coordination committee meeting scheduled for April 15th. Sadiq met with the Afghanistan's acting foreign minister, discussing mutual interests, peace, and economic cooperation. Both countries also agreed on increased high-value interactions and set plans for further trade discussions, with Afghanistan's Trade Minister Nuruddin Azizi expected to visit Pakistan after Eid. You are watching our global news update on top accolade news. Do stay with us. Still to come. Thanks for staying with us. In conflict, Israeli strike kills 23 Palestinians. Israeli airstrike across the Gaza Strip have killed at least 23 Palestinians, local health officials reported on Tuesday, as the Israeli military expanded evacuation orders to tens of thousands of residents. This marked a continuation of Israel's offensive against Hamas, which resumed last week after a 2-month ceasefire. Nearly 700 people, mostly women and children, have been killed since then. With Gaza's 2.3 million residents facing extreme shortage of food and water, the situation worsens as evacuation orders are issued from northern and southern Gaza. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said the offensive aimed to pressure Hamas into releasing the remaining 59 hostages held in Gaza. Despite mediation efforts, there have been no breakthroughs towards peace. In security, Trump's officials accidentally share war plans. Top officials from the Trump administration mistakenly included Atlantic's editor-in-chief, Jeffrey Goldberg, in a Signal group chat detailing U.S. military strike plans against Houthi rebels in Yemen. The messages, containing sensitive operational details such as target locations, weapons, and timing, were sent just hours before airstrike began. Goldberg, who received the information from a person posing as National Security Advisor, revealed the breach, which could have jeopardized American military and intelligence personnel. The National Security Council acknowledged the mistake, while President Donald Trump initially denied knowing about the leak, later downplaying the situation. The breach is under investigation, but it's still unclear if the information shared was classified. In entertainment, Chris Stark reveals cancer battle. Radio host Chris Stark has revealed he has been diagnosed with testicular cancer. He shared on social media that he was effectively cured after undergoing surgery, but the disease caught early during a routine doctor's visit. Stark had a few weeks off for chemotherapy to prevent the cancer from returning, and he is set to return to the radio. In his post, Stark urged men to check themselves for symptoms, stressing that testicular cancer is also treatable if detected early. He thanked his family and friends and the medical staff who supported him and expressed his hope that sharing his story could encourage others to seek help and potentially save lives. Now in sports, Swiss court clears Sepp Blatter and Michael Platini for corruption charges. Former FIFA President Sepp Blatter and French football legend Michael Platini have been cleared of all corruption charges by a Swiss appeal court. The decision, announced Tuesday, comes 2.5 years after the pair were initially acquitted in 2022. The charges stem from a controversial 2 million Swiss franc payment authorized by Blatter to Platini in 2011, which was described as a consultancy fee for work done from 1998 to 2002. Despite the legal battle and personal consequences, including Platini's failed bid to become the FIFA's president, the court concluded that no incriminating evidence was ever presented. Platini's lawyer stated that the case has now definitely failed, calling for his clients to be left in peace. The decision marks a final chapter in a scandal that rocked the football world. That concludes our global news update for today. Stay tuned for more global news and developments. Thanks for joining us. I am Ojorume Okucha. Connect and engage with us on all our social media handles. Do have a wonderful